Start time 8:48 a.m. Official water temperature 69.9 degrees.
I haven't worked with Richard before, but finding him after the start should not be an issue. He's the only swimmer with a beard. So I can get the kayak position to his right side as agreed upon very early in the race. Even from a distance, I can see that Richard has a very smooth stroke, as does the swimmer to the right. That's Spencer Schneider, who was nearby most of the race, and he finished within a minute of you. So Richard, if you're looking for a training partner, he'd be a pretty good choice.
We're a little closer to the launch. We got a good rip right here.
We'll come back to swimmer 5.
Another boat coming northbound.
Constitution Point, please use me as your sighting. Line up with me when we get to Constitution Point. If we have the all clear, this is where you're going to cross over from red to green. Not before you pass me.
So we cross over to the western side of the river and go past West Point. But as we're heading toward Duck Island, all of a sudden we're stalled. We're looking at the GPS track for the swim. Right here we're averaging about 4 miles an hour, and we cross over to the toward the western shore of the river here, just past Constitution Island and around West Point and Gee Point. And as we head toward Duck Island, all of a sudden we're down to 1.4, 1.1 mile an hour. We're in a massive eddy, and it's a very interesting part of the river. This is the deepest part of the Hudson River. When the water's running fast and you have an uneven shore like this with West Point jutting into the river and Constitution Island as well, you tend to get eddies, and we get huge ones here. Now we're looking at a NOAA chart for this section of the river. I looked back at the charts for the entire course, all 120 miles, and interestingly enough, this is the only place in this 120 miles on a NOAA chart where the word eddies appears. And I think now a lot of us know why.
Out as we're getting ready to do a crossing.
Richard eventually broke free of the eddy, and we were able to start moving again and passed a couple of the swimmers who had passed us while we were stuck in the eddy. We're getting closer to the Bear Mountain Bridge, which is the finish line. And you can see it up ahead along with the Launch 5. Richard's continuing with a smooth, efficient stroke, running at 51 to 52 strokes per minute the entire way. And we're about to finish here by swimming past the northern edge of the Bear Mountain Bridge. Swimmer 13 is clear of the bridge.